Michael. Thank you, sir.
Great job. So I'm going old school. And if I don't, we'll have a repeat of what happened yesterday when my vice president of marketing and I did a podcast. It was supposed to be half an hour. An hour later, we were still talking about our business and our industry. So I'm going to stick to this today. I'd like to take you on a journey. It's how Hunter Communications decided that SmartBiz was a smart solution for our commercial customers. And how during this journey, and you've heard this from so many speakers today, during the journey, we discovered our purpose, we discovered our why our firm exists. It's not just about pleasing our investors and our board of directors. Don't get me wrong, that's important. But it's our why that has our board and our investors excited about what's going on at Hunter Communications. Hunter opened its doors 30 years ago. It was a construction company. We had 8 employees. We did work building networks for telecommunications companies, cable companies in Southern Oregon and Northern California. Over time, the company became an ISP, building our own network for schools, hospitals, anchor tenants, and then slowly we went into the SMB space. Hunter built fiber past the neighborhoods where people lived and only focused on where people worked. We started offering managed IT services, voice services we built on the platform. So our heritage, unlike many of you, our heritage is commercial accounts. We were a B2B internet service provider exclusively. In April 2020, Hunter was acquired by Grain Management, a private equity firm specializing in telecommunications. And this occurred 30 days after the pandemic started. And so we pivoted. With our employees, we developed our mission and values supported by 4 key strategic pillars: people, process, technology, and financial health. We did not have, but we built a customer service team. We did not have, but during the pandemic, we built a marketing team. We built a door-to-door team. We introduced lean process management. We created a Ready Now program for high-performing, high-potential employees. We did this all during the pandemic. We made an acquisition enabling us to spread our territory into other markets in Oregon. We built networks to a native tribe in Northern California that had no broadband. We started work on RDOF projects where community members stood in line to sign up for services. We discovered our why. We discovered our purpose. Our mission that we all share together in this room, is to help our customers create lasting and meaningful connections to each other, their communities, and the world. So during the pandemic, we densified our network, and we started a multi-year, multi-million-dollar, self-funded fiber-to-the-home projects from a company with no residential customers before the pandemic. Our revenues are now evenly split between residential and commercial. We are very strong supporters of smart home solutions and are aggressive advocates for the BARC solution. Why? Because it's personal. Because the internet should be fast, reliable, affordable, and if nothing else, safe for parents and children. Our solutions are pricing are disruptive. Acceptance is high. A lot of you, we all track NPS, and it's important. I hate to be the guy to say this, but it's not something I care that much about, because I care about something that we think at Hunter is more important: social media reviews. We care about our Google score. I don't know about you, but my wife and I, when we try to figure out where we're going to travel to, what do? We look at social media scores. We decide to go out to dinner. Where do? What do? We look at social media scores. We care a lot about Google score. On a scale of 1 to 5, 1 the lowest, 5 the highest, our customers have rated us 4.8. Do you know what our competitors are? I had to write this down here. 1.1 to 3. We offer special pricing for military families and teachers. Our tagline is better connections start here. With SmartBiz, we're going back to our roots. Our commercial sales team is really good at selling pipes, and I'm sure you have those folks as well. They know how to sell speeds and feeds. But in the past 6 months, we've noticed a shift. We've noticed small and medium commercial accounts are asking about IT services, network security, and secure managed Wi-Fi. We looked at doing this ourselves for the small business market, but we couldn't make it work, couldn't pencil out financially. And we are very bullish on the SMB space, so much so that 2 weeks ago, we bought a company that brought with us 1,900 business customers. So we have lots of SMB customers, lots of SMB fiber customers. More than 40% have voice from us. Very low churn rate. Business is good business. Our research, which we did, shows that Calix product portfolio gives all of our customers peace of mind. Customers don't want to think about it. They want it simple. Bark for residential customers creates safe internet. SmartBiz for SMB customers creates safe internet for them. There are 4 reasons why we selected Calix for commercial customers. Number 1, it leverages our existing Calix platforms and systems. Number 2, when it comes to technology, most small business owners are scared. They're risk adverse. The managed security solution in SmartBiz was recognized as best in class for network security and has won awards. Small and medium customers like using safe, recognized technology purchased from a vendor they know. They all know us. We're their internet provider. Number 3, we trust Calix as a supplier. We trust their people. We trust their support. Number 4, our competitors aren't doing this. Managed IT providers moved up market. SMB continues to be a significantly, terribly underserved market. Yet they have significant needs, and they stand to lose the most if there's a data breach. So what's next? Account executives finish boot camp, Calix University, this month. Introduction of products on the website with sales efforts to selected base accounts. Change in comp plan. We all know salespeople. They all work. Why? They want to make money. If you don't change the comp plan, you're not going to change the behavior. So we're doing that. And we're really working on our top 3 salespeople. They're the leaders, and they will bring the rest of the sales team along. This will not be easy for us. We have good pipe salespeople. Now what we're asking them to do with Calix support is to talk to an owner about business problems. But we do what is hard. Why? Because it's our why. Our mission is to help our customers create lasting and meaningful customers, not just residential customers, but business customers, to each other, their communities, and their customers, and the world. So my question for you, since I'm the last guy up, what is your why? And what giant steps are you going to take your customer and take your company higher? Thank you very much.
Just incredible. Well, so we're going to talk about simplicity in business in a sec, but I want to go back to the community aspect because you shared a story about there's someone really important to you and why you did Bark. Can you share, do you mind sharing that story about why it's so important and how it hits you?
So this is why I have a script, because I tend to get emotional about some of this stuff. I shouldn't look at my wife. Our daughter is a middle school teacher. She teaches where she went to middle school. And when she brings fifth graders into the sixth grade, she gives them a tour of the school, which ends up in front of her locker when she was a sixth grader in that school. And she says, this is where I got bullied. I'm going to make sure, our administration is going to make sure that you won't get bullied. Fast forward, or rewind, I should say. I'm watching her. She's a theater teacher. She's in charge of all the electives. She's doing a rehearsal with some of her students. The rehearsal's over, and there is a 12-year-old girl who is just magnificent. Great stage presence. You know who these, you know what I'm talking about. And she came off the stage, and she picked up her phone, and she collapsed to her knees. Guess what happened? She got cyberbullied. And interestingly enough, the next day we had the call talking about Bark.
Right.
And I sat with my daughter, and I said, I think we're going to do something really good here. And we've been on that journey.
Like, how inspiring. Thanks. I gotta give you a hug. Those are, like, when you hear things like that, who here knows someone who a child has gone through something like that? We all do. It happens, right? So thank you for taking the next step. It's incredibly inspiring. So now on the business side, look, you're very different than other folks. Everyone else comes from the residential side generally and goes to business. You started in business, COVID hits, and all of a sudden you changed your mandate and became something different. And one of the things you always say to us is, you know, to do these things, you have to go and make it what?
You have to make it simple.
Right.
Our CTO, every time we have these meetings about what are we going to do, he says, keep it simple. And if we keep it simple, we can execute that. And if we keep it simple, the customers will buy that.
Right. And so it's all about simplicity. And that's what you've been asking us. Where do you want to go for business? Take it simple, or make it simple. Right?
So don't screw up. Keep up the good work.
Let's give Michael a big round of applause. Thanks a ton. Really appreciate it. Incredible.